so we have two speakers today. Both of them are in the, I would say, it's marketing technology space. Ralph Hünermann is a person I met very recently in Salzburg, Austria, at an event. And I was very impressed with him, and I said, hey, can you fly down for this program? It was such short notice, and he said, I can only do it on one condition, that my wife says okay to it. And so she said okay, and I'm glad you brought your family as well. So I don't want to get more, but if anyone of you is interested in what is the next stage for technology as far as e-commerce and e-business, this is the technology that I think is going to be very relevant for you. Okay, so let me kind of, first of all, join me in welcoming Ralph and his family.
All right, thank you very much, Baba, and thank you very much for having us here. So why I needed to ask my wife for coming here was because it was completely in our vacation time, summer vacation time. So we already had our vacation in the Alps in Austria, and I needed to check with her, hey, can we cancel that vacation in order to go to California? We canceled. Yes, we do. And you know, my wife is my co-founder. So she's doing controlling, she's doing HR and marketing, and I'm doing the product and the technology. And the third one is still in Germany, he's doing the sales. So ODOSCOPE is a small company, we founded it in 2015, and now we're like 20 people based in Germany, and I met Baba and he said, wow, that's so great, you need to come to the US and start your business in the US. Yeah. Okay, so we're working on that. And yeah, our thoughts are still firing. We do. So I'm going to tell you something about situationalization and how this helps you to eliminate your blind spot and increase your revenue. So first of all, let me have a look at a survey made from PricewaterhouseCoopers just recently. They asked about 15,000 users, what do you think is important for customer experience? And they ask, okay, what is worth paying for more? And what do you think is relevant for customer experience? And this is what came out. And you know, personalization is somewhere in the midfield. So people are not interested in, oh, hello Ralph, nice that you're here again. They want to be efficient and have convenience. This is what most important for them, yeah? So people want to go into a shop and get right what they are looking for. I mean, if you know exactly what you're looking for, you just type it in Google and say, okay, I need exactly this shoe, and you find the best price and that's it. But sometimes you just want to get inspired. You say, okay, I need a new t-shirt, but I don't know which one, so I just want to get inspired. So you go to different shops. And what would be great is the product lists in the shops. Yeah? This is a product list of a streetwear shop in Germany. They have like 5,000 t-shirts. And they make like 100 million a year, yeah, in revenue. So this would be perfect, a perfect approach for high efficiency. You go there, they show exactly the t-shirts you like, and then it's fine, right? So that's nice. But you know what the problem with all these lists is? First of all, they have a very large number of products. Second, if you scroll down, they tell you, well, you have like 65 pages of all those t-shirts, yeah? I mean, who of us ever flips the pages, yeah? I mean, we're all used to Google, okay? And Google taught us over years, everything which is relevant for you is on the first page. Yeah, we never flip pages on Google. We change our search phrase, but we don't change the pages, yeah? So this is what we do, and this is what we adapt to online shops as well. So if not a relevant product for us is on the first page, we will not go further. We say, they don't have any relevant products for us. So let's go away, yeah? So it's very important to have it on the first page. But they say, yeah, we have the filters. You know these filters? I mean, you have like 5,000 products, now you use the first filter, and it ends up with 2 products. Or you take the second filter, and you end up with 5,000 products. So it's not a help. So this is why we don't use it, we use it quite rarely. And then it comes up, they sort it for all users in the same way. And they say, it's the most popular. But most popular for me, for you, for you, for you? We have different t-shirts. If you look at yourself, yeah, it's different. So users want to get inspired, and they don't know exactly what they are looking for. So this is why they cannot use the filters. On the other hand, they don't want to look at all the different products. So here is the challenge to show the right products for individual inspiration on the first page. And now comes what we call the dilemma of personalization. The dilemma is every user wants to find individually relevant products very fast and quickly. And the online shop, for sure, wants to show relevant products for every user on the first page. But you know what? They know only less than 20% on the first site. So when the users come into the shop from Google, from Facebook, from Instagram, they know only 20% because of the cookie settings, because they do not log in right at the first site. Yeah? And if you think about GDPR, which is now very common in Europe and which is coming over to the US, and we had some talks about that, it's going to be a world standard because in order to get compliant to Europe, you will have to be GDPR compliant. So then it's even getting worse. So you have nothing. So what do you do about this dilemma of personalization? The solution is you don't take the personal data, you take the situational data. So think about different shopping situations. You sit on Sunday afternoon, you sit on your couch, you have your tablet, and you do some shopping. Maybe with your loved ones beside you, and just look at this, look at here. This is one shopping situation. Think about another one. You are in the Uber on Monday morning, driving to your work, to San Francisco City, and you sit there on your smartphone and flip through some things to shop. It's a completely different shopping situation, right? Or at lunchtime, during work, you sit on your PC, it's completely different. So this is it, yeah? You have completely different shopping situations, and you need to get to know the situation that people are in, and then you can compare people in a similar situation and say, okay, people in that situation would maybe buy something like this. So, but what situational data do we have available? There's a lot, you won't imagine. First of all, you know the referrer. You know if they came from Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or maybe Google, or maybe they clicked on an ad somewhere on a newspaper page. You know exactly the weekday for sure, and you know the time of the day. You know the device the person is using. You know if he's using a tablet, or if he's using a MacBook, a smartphone, if it's a Samsung, or is it an iPhone. Is it an iPhone X? Or is it just an iPhone 5? Or is it a Windows XP system? Does he use a MacBook with a pre-installed Safari browser, or does he use a MacBook with an afterwards installed Chrome? It's a different person. Think about it. You could read the cookies and know, oh, I know him already. I don't know, but this is a first-time user. I have no cookies. Maybe he just canceled them or deleted them, but yeah. And you get the IP address, so you know the region where this person is coming from. In this example, it's coming from Berlin. Yeah, this is something, and you know this is a metropolitan region. And if you have the time and you have the position, you can also have the weather. So these are all the information you have already without knowing anything about the person. So if you take this, let's have a look at this list of t-shirts. And we say, okay, let's make a filter on the top sellers. I mean, the list, if you go to the shop, is the top seller, most popular. Now let's look at the most popular in Germany compared to most popular in France. It's very simple. You have this data in your treasury. Yeah? It's somewhere in your data centers. You know exactly what were the most popular products in Germany, what were the most popular products in France. You can just calculate it. It's easy. So why not presenting people this? Yeah? And you see, it differs. You can even go deeper. So this is a region in Germany, which is called Saxony, or compared to Bavaria, it's different. So people buy different products in different regions. But not only that, you can also go to the device dependency and see, this is Mac users, this is Android users. It differs. Weekdays, Sunday against Saturday. It differs. So the question is, how does it differ? I mean, we all had some statistics some years ago, and we know there might be some random in between, right? So you can calculate that with the chi-square test and test it. So what we do is, we take all the different attributes which come in from the users, which is like screen size, which is like color depth, which campaign did they come from, what is the browser, what is the operating system, the weekday, and so on, and make a so-called contingency coefficient, which calculates the difference between these listings we saw before, yeah, between those two listings. So this is a listing which tells you about the distribution of products, and you can compare two different distributions with this coefficient. And this is what's done here, and afterwards you do a chi-square test in order to figure out if it's caused by random or not. You see, here's one, do we have it? Here's one, it's called rand. So whenever we import the data, we put random data also in there, so it should not have any effect. And you see, it has no effect to have random here. Okay? So this shows, this is significant. This is pure significance which can be calculated here, and you see how far it is. So what's coming up now is, how do we calculate all this? So once someone comes in and has this situational data, so you know exactly, he clicked on a banner in a special newspaper, it was Monday morning between 10 and 11, if he uses an iPad with iOS 11, he uses a Safari, it's coming from Berlin, and it's rainy. Additionally, you can have optional data points, like for example, he uses a Facebook login, or so some credentials, like, which is now very common to go in with the Google login or Facebook login, so you know more information about those people. So we have additional data points. And now we take all these data points and build an individual peer group. So an individual peer group of people who are similar to this person, so which are in a similar situation. And this peer group needs to be as big as needed in order to have statistical relevance, and as small as possible in order to be very specific. And then you go in and calculate an individual score for the product, for every product of the t-shirts for this peer group. And this is done by ODOSCOPE in 20 milliseconds. So we take all the historical data, make a real-time clustering for the peer group, and calculate the products, which are here, the t-shirts. So how is this done? So we have this peer group now. We filtered out like 1,000 people which were in a similar situation. These are not statistical twins. These are statistical sisters and brothers, right? So we have like, how often did this peer group look at the product? So it was on a detail page. How often did they add it to the basket? And how often did they order it? You could also have more, like they liked it, they shared it, they put it on the wish list, things like this, whatever you track as an event. And then you score and weight those factors in order to get an information about what is this product worth, what is the relevancy. And the higher it comes towards the ordering, the higher the weight is. And then you get a score, you get a sum. Yeah? But now you have one issue. A product which was perfect during the last 2 months might be out of stock now. So it was a perfect fit for this person, but it's no longer there. So you should take this into account, because you don't want to show products which are no longer on stock, right? So this is why you can take product properties in order to give a penalty or a boost to this scoring. For example, you have an availability penalty of 75%, so the score goes a little bit down. You could take like other scoring evaluations like margin or return rate, or it depends on a special campaign, whatever. So you can use that. Once you play this out, you get different listings. So this is a listing for direct request with the Galaxy tab with Chrome on Wednesday evening in Saxony, Germany. And this is the list of t-shirts with 6,000 t-shirts, okay? These are the top sellers for this group. And now you have the direct request with an iPad on Sunday morning in Bavaria. This is a completely different list. So when you use this, this is done all in real time. So people come to the page and it's directly changed within 20 milliseconds. Within our dashboard, you can compare what is the effect of this. So you run a control group which delivers the website as is, and you have the ODOSCOPE group which delivers the website based on the ODOSCOPE algorithm. And then you can compare like an A/B testing and see which one behaves better, and you can use different matrices and see, okay, we have less bounce rate, we have higher revenue, we have a higher conversion rate, things like this. So you can compare this, and you also have here, you have a statistical confidence interval, so you see if I would redo the test, it will have the chance to be significant. So in addition to that, you're able to boost properties. So this helps you in selling your things. So you say, now it's sales season, I would like to boost, for example, moderate boost on discounted products, and I would also like to boost color red. Yeah, this is just for showing it here. So you see, here are some red colored t-shirts, but not all of them. Some other t-shirts are still there, it's just boosted. And if you change the profile, the t-shirts will change as well with the same boosting. So, for example, you can also use a private label boosting because your margins are higher with private labels. You boost those, and the system will figure out which of the private label products will work best for this person. So it's not like fixed at the top. All right. So now it's time to see. This is another. This comes on top. So now you can define a special KPI. You want to say, okay, I want to push products and boost and do penalties, because this is always with the test. Yeah, you don't know how too strong you need to push it, but you have some business goals. You have some objectives. For example, you want to increase your conversion rate. You want to increase your average basket value. You want to increase your margin, or you want to reduce your return rates. So there's a closed loop approach which takes the data out of your online shop, puts it into ODOSCOPE, and whenever someone comes in, it does this magic and delivers it to the shop, and then it sees how the results work, and it's changing and continuously testing the different parameters. So these are online shops in Germany which we already serve. As I guess if you are not from Germany, you might not know them. But to give you an idea, this is the size and revenue they make with online revenue. Yeah, so within their shop. So many of them are 100 million plus revenue. So big shops in Germany. So this gives you a little bit of impression. And these are the top-notch results we gained there. Yeah. So we have high increases in conversion rate. So on desktop computers, it's about 10%, 10 to 15%. You can increase your conversion rate, and on mobile, it's even much higher. Yeah. So we get like 20% in average on mobile conversion rate uplifts. Also, you can increase the basket value, you can increase the click-through rate, or the revenue, whatever is your objective. sometimes they say, okay, our current problem is the return rate. So we need to reduce our return rates, or we want to increase the margin. So whatever is the objective, the system will figure out which product needs to be shown in which situation in order to reach your goal. So this is a summary of the benefits. Briefly, so you have individually sorted product lists for every user. You get significant uplifts in conversion rate and revenue. You can have a significant drop of bounce rate. You are fully GDPR compliant because you use anonymous data, which is not coupled to any personalized data. We don't use an additional tracking. We use the tracking data which is already there. So we import the web analytics data which you already have in your data house or your data lake. So we monetize the existing data lake. We just take the information out of it and make money out of it, right? It's an easy to integrate SaaS solution with a REST API, and you have full control of your business logic. Whatever is your goal, you can reach, and you can boost and penalize different products. So this is what it's all about, what we are doing. And now I'm happy to answer your questions, and I'm also there.